Waters. First pitch coming your way next. Okay, all set to go. Here's the shortstop at the play. Trey Turner. Not close with that one. And this one is off and running. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. That one missed. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
Rafael Palmeiro, the next to hit. Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. It's a pitch out. Tag out. Piazza with a great throw. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt.
Let's see if he's willing to use the whole field right here. Definitely pounding him away.
And a big swing and a miss.
Well, that's today's style of baseball right there, right? Big time velo on the bump and big time pop at the plate.
Ripped on the ground a second, slinging it to first in time. 2 down, bases empty. Here's the catcher, Mike Piazza. And strike one to the catcher.
He's going to have to make sure that he stays patient because he is the focal point in that lineup. They're going to pitch him tough. They're going to pitch around him. And when he doesn't see other guys doing anything, what you can do is become a little too aggressive and chase out of the zone.
Batting fourth, the third baseman, number 3.
Now batting Jeimer Candelario. Pulled down the line. This one hammered, but it's foul. Foul ball. Satchel kicks and delivers. That misses, and now it's even 1-1.
Tag.
In the dirt.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Gets to it, on to first, and it's in time for the 3rd out, so that'll end the inning. Back here with my pal Singy. Today's starting pitcher, Mick Abel. What do you have on him?
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Swing and a miss. The high heat, too much on that one. Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Ozzie Smith. And he lays down a bunt. Grabs it barehanded, fires to first. Nicely done for the out. 2 outs, base is empty. Stepping in, Mike Piazza. A little up front there as he swings through it.
No balls, 1 strike.
2 outs, base is empty.
Ball. 1-1.
And he grounds one to the right side. Over to first. That's the 3rd out. Inning over. Top of the 2nd. Now here is Ryan Dozier. Page back to work. There's a strike.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
Swing and a miss as he was late.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him. Digging in, Kerry Carpenter. First pitch misses. 1 out, bases empty. And a fastball misses outside for a ball. Ball 2. Swing and a miss.
He can live up in the zone all game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
Started to swing, held up. 1-0-1 on the gun, swing and a miss.
Full count.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. And he deals. Draws the walk there.
Didn't miss by much right there. Just couldn't get the call off the inside corner.
Trevor Story in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. In the dirt.
1-2.
Finishes him off at 103. This is J.J. Bleday. First pitch doesn't find the zone. And another ball. Carpenter, the runner at first with 2 gone. Now a pop-up on the infield. Ramirez settles underneath it. And that'll do it. Bottom of the second.
Leading
and now the DH, David Ortiz.
The designated hitter, David Ortiz.
Swing and a miss. 99. How do you do?
0-1.
And that misses. And it's a ball and a strike. And a swing and a miss there.
1-2.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. Ryan Dozier getting ready to hit. Late with the swing there. No score here in the second. And a foul ball. Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. Catcher has it. Fires to first. Out on the drop. Third strike. 2 gone. So digging in, Raul Ibanez.
You're best when you let the game come to you. Tried to make too much happen right there. Not his best at bat.
And that's down, a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Dozier. And that ends the inning. And we're back. Well, here we go. Top of the third, scoreless game. And now, Adolis Garcia. Swing and a miss, and 102 on the radar gun. That to right. Bautista flashes the leather on the run and catch. So the lineup flips over. Trey Turner at the plate. That's to third. Ramirez sends it to first, and they get Turner for the out. Rafael Palmeiro now at the plate. And he was nowhere near that one for strike 1.
It's 0-1.
And he gets that fastball by him upstairs.
0-2.
Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt. Piazza fires to first. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it. And welcome back to the
Leading
ballpark.
off,
Set for the bottom of the third. And here's the first baseman, Rafael Palmeiro. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Mlb hauls it in, and there's one away. And now the right fielder, Jose Bautista. Pitch
One
misses.
ball, no strikes.
1-0. Still tied at 0. Last of the third. Hammered, base hit. So the one-out hit turns the lineup over.
Everything came together for him. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
And there's a foul ball. And ball one. Bautista stands at first with one out. And now 2-1.
2-1.
Swings through that one.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Two. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Candelario snags it for the second out. Now it's the shortstop, Ozzie Smith. 0 for 1 so far.
Smith.
Swing and a miss. There's the slider. It's 0-1.
0-1.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
Two outs. Swing and a miss. That one at 1-0-1.
0-2.
The kick and the pitch. Runner goes up the middle. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. On to the fourth, and now the catcher comes up to hit. Mike Piazza. That one fouled off.
You know, this group of hitters, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
Late on that fastball.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Piazza out in the play. So here's the cleanup hitter, Jeimer Candelario. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
Good pitch right there. Tied him up on the hands. If I'm out there on the bump, I'm going right back in there.
Fourth inning underway, no score. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Piazza fires to first. Got him. 2 gone after the strikeout. Here's the second baseman, Ryan Dozier. Struck out swinging his first time. That one way inside.
Two knows the count.
Satchel into his motion. The long windup. Turns on the rubber. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. Missed that by a mile. And that is strike 2. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. And he strikes out the side for the second time today. Bottom 4. And here's the catcher, Mike Piazza.
The catcher, Mike Piazza.
First pitch swinging.
Well, these guys definitely
No
being
balls,
aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These guys are swinging
No
more
balls,
than
2
80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the
That's it,
case
ball.
today.
That one missing inside. Next pitch
No,
misses
ball.
inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And a swing and a miss. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. Next is the designated hitter, David Ortiz. And a foul ball. Ortiz measures 6 feet 4 inches. 40 years old now, and he's usually a first baseman, but today he's the designated hitter. Swing and a ground ball up the middle into the outfield, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. And the batter now, Ryan Dozier. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
Over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you can have a really good day out there on the mound.
Ortiz
balls,
at
2
first,
strikes.
1 gone. Got him swinging. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Now batting.
Now,
the left
Raul
fielder,
Ibanez.
Raul
1 for 1 with a single so far.
Ibanez.
And a swing and a miss.
Not sure if he was expecting
It's
for the
0-1.
pitcher to come right at him, but he got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way.
That one ripped. Nabs it, and that is that. And we're back. Now it's the right
Leading
fielder,
off for
Kerry
the Tigers,
Carpenter.
The right fielder, Kerry
Page back to work.
Carpenter.
Now fly ball to right center. And that gets down into the gap.
The batter, number 10.
Here's Trevor
Designated
Story
hitter,
now.
Trevor
He was a strikeout victim his
Story.
first time. Swing and a miss. That's strike 1.
0-1.
High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Makes the grab, and there's 1 down. And here is
Now batting,
J.J.
left
Bleday.
fielder,
First time
J.J.
up was a pop out.
Bleday.
Swings and misses. 0-1.
Well, strike 1 is so
0
critical
balls,
in
1
a bat
strike.
like this with a real threat at the plate looking to do damage.
In the dirt, blocked. Pickoff attempt by Satchel,
safe.
and he dives back in safely. Satchel comes to the plate. Rudder takes off.
ball, 2
they pitch
strikes.
out. Hung up in a rundown now. And they tag him out. 2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Piazza fires to first.
He's up.
That completes the strikeout, inning over. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now it's Jose Ramirez. Fouls one off out of play back to our left.
Well, these players, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. They're swinging at more than 70% of the first pitches they've seen today, and it's just not working out for them.
Cut on and miss, struck him out. And that's 6 Ks
The
for
first
him in this
baseman,
one.
Number 25.
And now Rafael Palmeiro.
Palmeiro.
So those first pitch numbers tell me they should try to find a way to
0-1.
slow this game down a bit. Things have been moving just too quickly for them at times.
And a swing and a miss.
0-2.
Fly ball down the line. Bleday on the move towards the line. Hauls it in, and there's 2 away. And now the right fielder,
Now
Jose
batting,
Bautista.
number 19.
And a big swing and a miss.
Now, this guy is just filling up the strike
balls,
zone
1
right
strike.
now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
0-2.
Swings and misses. All set for the top of the 6th. And now the center fielder, Adolis Garcia. And that's outside. And that's ball 1.
You know, this group of hitters just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group. Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground, nice ground out.
Turner at the plate for the 3rd time as he comes up empty there.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
Up and in, 1-2 to count. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Piazza collects, fires to first, out. 2 away now after the drop 3rd strike.
The first baseman.
Now it's going to be Rafael Palmeiro. Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Billy Wagner.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Just a little too quick on that. Front shoulder, front hip, front foot. Everything comes open. No way of making contact with that one.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
2-2's the count.
Triple digits on that last pitch. Well, we go bottom 6. Here's the center fielder, Brandon Nimmo. And that one pulled foul. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
0-2.
Swing and a ground ball out to short. And that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th. Now the number 2 hitter, Ozzie Smith. Hit in the air, left field. Reaching down, makes the catch. Here's the catcher, Mike Piazza. Swing and a line drive, base hit out of the center field. And that keeps the inning alive.
Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
Candelario. And the inning is over. And we're back. Top of inning number 7. And here is Mike Piazza. And a pop-up. Right side. Foul territory. Reaches over the wall. And he's got it. Here's the third baseman, Jeimer Candelario. Swing and a miss.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Strike 2.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
0-2.
Pitches in the dirt, and it's 1-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. 1 down, base is empty. And that one misses up and in. It's 2-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. So 2 down now, and here is Ryan Dozier. Outside.
1 ball, no strike.
Ball 1. And he blows that one by him at 100.
1-1.
Swing and a miss. That one at 99. And the count 1-2. In the dirt. Piazza gathers, throws to first in time. So the drop third strike doesn't hurt him. And that's bottom of the 7th. Now it's the second baseman, Ryan Dozier. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1.
You can tell by their swings, this lineup is having trouble gauging speeds. Timing is everything in hitting, and right now they just don't have it.
0-2.
On the ground, and he can't come up with it. Safe at first, no play. We'll see how they score this.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
Ibanez swings through it for strike one. Right back to the mound. Could be an easy two. There's one. Now over to Palmeiro, double play. Here's Jose Ramirez.
Huge sigh of relief right there. Big time pitching to induce the double play. Erase what could have been the go-ahead run.
Swing and a miss. 98 on the gun. Left field. Lede pulls it down, and that'll do it. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to begin the eighth. Now it's the right fielder, Kerry Carpenter. That misses, and that's ball one.
Well, on paper, it's favorable to have a fairly quick inning here with 2 of the 3 hitters he's set to face batting from the left side, same side he throws from.
Swings and misses. Now 2 balls and a strike. Just missed.
I almost feel like he's frustrated a little bit. He wants to be challenged.
Swing and a miss as he was late.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk. Go ahead run on base. Here's Story now. Swing and a miss at 100 miles an hour. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
0-2.
Just missing there. And the count 1-2. Bounced, and that got the pitcher. No chance for a play, and let's hope the left-hander's not hurt out there.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Really protecting with 2 strikes right there. Pitch wasn't even close, but man, he got the barrel to it somehow. Nice job of bad ball hitting.
1 strike. Yeah.
This one in the dirt.
No ball.
Nice job behind the plate there. 0-2 now. Struck him out looking. And now it's going to be righty reliever out of the pen, Michael Kopech. He has a great slider with tons of movement. And delivers outside. Swings through that.
1-1. 2-1.
In the dirt, but kept close. Runners stay put, and the count moves to 2-1. Here's a 2-1. And that's too high.
At this point in the game, you cannot issue free passes. He's going to have to challenge this hitter. Hitter's got to be ready to swing it.
That one finds the corner. And now it's 3-2. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. Back-to-back strikeouts. Up steps Trey Turner in a pivotal spot. And the first pitch misses for ball one.
Well, this is a critical spot for both the pitcher and the hitter. You can learn a lot about a guy by how he handles these pressure situations.
Swing and a miss. And a count 1-2.
Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to.
And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. On to the bottom of the 8th. And now the first baseman, Rafael Palmeiro. Abel back to work. Swing and a high fly ball hit the air left center field. This one's got a chance. That one carrying. Adios, Pelota. And they lead it. It's 1-0.
That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got a great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
So up next, Jose Bautista. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1. Nobody
It's 0-1.
on, nobody out with a run in here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. And
1-1.
that one is in the dirt. And 1-1. And a big swing and a miss.
Probably the best one we have
1-2 is the
seen.
count.
Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a
That's the
teaser
ball.
just off the edge of the plate.
And he chases that one. Strikeout number 8. Here's Brandon Nimmo. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt.
Boog, that hook's looking
0-1.
pretty sharp today. Just a solid pitching performance so far, and I really think it's because of that curveball.
That one at triple digits.
Quickly in an
0-2.
0-2 hole, you're going to have to give something up here in terms of power if you want to put the ball in play with any authority.
Up the middle. Fires to first on the
He's out.
run. And very nicely done for
The
the
batter,
out.
number 1.
And now
Shortstop,
Ozzie Smith.
Ozzie Smith.
And first offering is fouled off. And he
Right
chases
to.
a high fastball there.
0-2.
Garcia makes the catch, inning over. And we're back.
Leading
We
off
go to
for
the
New
9th.
Orleans,
And
the
now
first
here
baseman,
is
Rafael
Rafael Palmeiro.
Palmeiro.
That one
1-0.
not close. And it's 1-0.
Now
Hobie
pitching.
Milner on to pitch here.
Hobie.
Well, the best relievers love the
Milner.
opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball
Yeah,
game.
what?
Some of them are just wired different,
1 ball,
so
1
we'll
strike.
see what he's got here.
That one misses in the dirt.
Right.
Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th. Now the catcher up to hit. Mike Piazza. Strike 1.
0-1.
And strike 2.
A little anxious, a little
0-2.
aggressive early in the count. Too much for me.
In there. Got him looking for the K. And they're down to their last out. Jamer Candelario digs in now. And he swings through that one.
He's had a tough day at the plate. 3
No ball, 1
strikeouts
strike.
already. It's hard not to think negative,
Ball.
but you got to find a way to somehow center up the baseball and put it in
1-1.
play.
They're down to their final strike.
Good late sink on that
1-2.
fastball. Out of the hand looks so good, and then,
Got him. And that's the ball game.
well, this one was all about the...
Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. Diamond Dynasty Baseball coming your way on the show. It's Nova Scotia going up against Florida. Ready to go now, and the batter will be the shortstop, Mlb De La Cruz. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
It's 0-1.
That one outside.
No, that's out.
And the count even 1-1.
You know, one of the most memorable innings ever for Ellie happened in July 2023. In one inning, De La Cruz hit a 2-out single to take the lead and then proceeded to do something that a Reds player hasn't done in more than 100 years. He stole second, third, and home in the same inning. It only took 2 pitches for him to steal all 3 bases.
Swings and misses, struck him out. Ozzie Smith will hit next. First pitch, and it just misses. One out, base is empty.
That's the ball down.
And that skips in the dirt. Late on that fastball.
So hard to touch.
Got a full count.
I mean, at the top of the zone, 99, 98, even 97. As pitchers do such a good job of teasing that part of the zone, just elevating a little bit. It looks good because you see it for a good while as a hitter. It looks juicy, and by the time you swing, it's almost in the catcher's mitt.
Carlos Delgado now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. Next offering is in for a strike. Tap dances out of the way of that one. Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt. Piazza fires to first, and it's in time for the 3rd out, so that'll end the inning. Here's Brandon Nimmo.
Leading off.
You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. To the right side, Clement. One gone, bottom half of the first. Next to hit, Ozzie Smith.
That's shortstop, Ozzie.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have a range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is special, and you can see it in his first step quickness.
Swing and a foul out of play.
Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting-wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
Next offering
Ball, that's
upstairs. And Chris, beyond the fact that he's so incredible defensively, he also can swing the stick. Caught him looking for the K. 2 down, base is empty. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Mike Piazza. And it's fouled away. Cameron, 25 years old, and he was drafted in the 7th round in 2021. And Earl Hendricks punches him out. That's a strikeout. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the start of the inning. Leading off, Jason Dominguez. And that is out of play. Late on that fastball.
Well, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Buehler turns, kicks, fires. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. Eric Davis, the next to hit. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1.
0-1.
Ball one there.
That's in.
And that's way high. And a count 2-1.
2-1.
And that one is inside. Second inning here, no score. Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts. 2 outs, base is empty. And now the switch hitting catcher, Ted Simmons. That misses the zone. Ball 1.
1-0.
That's inside. 2 outs, base is empty. Swinging a foul straight back. That's off the inside corner, and that's ball 3. And he walked him.
Nope, ball 4.
And that's how they get their first base runner of the game. And now the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong. In the air to left down the line. And no one can get to it. It's a foul ball. Runner. Here's the pitch. Runner on the go.
No, that's
in the
low.
dirt.
Ball.
So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance. Blocked by the catcher. And he steals second base without a throw. That's out to center field. Nimmo. And he makes the catch. And that's the 3rd out. And we're back at the plate. David Ortiz. Cameron back to work. There's a swing and a miss.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
Comebacker to the mound. The throw to first. And quickly one away in the second. Ryan Dozier now at the plate.
Second baseman, Brian Dozier.
Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1.
I mean, that's perfect location right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
And now maybe extra bases. The throw into second.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Punched that one down the line for extra bases, and that was an excellent job going with the pitch on the outside. Got his bat on plane and just drove it.
Next to hit, Raul Ibanez. In the dirt, blocked. Dozier, the runner at second with one away. In the dirt. In the dirt. Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Here's Jose Ramirez. That one inside. Look out.
Ha! 1-1.
Move to second. Dozier back on a dive.
Hey!
Runner at second, 2 down. Bottom half of inning number 2. The 1-1 is fouled off.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated.
Runner takes off for third. Chases the changeup in the dirt. Got him. Inning over on the strikeout. Dozier up to third on the wild pitch. On to the third inning. Here's the second baseman, Ernie Clement. Walker Buehler will go back to work. In the air, right side. Makes a nice running catch. One down. Down to third baseman, Adrian Beltre.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
No balls, 1 strike.
The next offering misses, and that is ball 1. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
1 and 2's the count.
And that's in the dirt. And the count is 2-2. Top of the third, no score. Pitch misses there. 3-2 now. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Now a chance for Ellie De La Cruz. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
0-1.
Gets him to chase after that one.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
The shortstop takes the ball.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss. And that's that. As we go to the last of the third. And here's the first baseman, Rafael Palmeiro. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. 1 up, 1 down. And now the right fielder, Jose Bautista.
Number 19.
Swings through that one for strike 1.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there.
Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser just off the edge of the plate.
Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout. Here's the center fielder, Brandon Nimmo. Grounded out his first time.
Nimmo.
Tied him up inside with that one.
0 balls, 1 strike.
And a swing and a miss.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters Got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
Line drive, makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. New inning getting started. Now it's the DH, Ozzie Smith. Drops a bunt down the first base side. Not in time. An infield knock to start the inning. Carlos Delgado digs in now. He's 0 for 1. Buehler looked to first. Smith gets back easily.
Base runner with a one-way lead right there. All he's trying to do is get a look at the pitcher's move. Had no intent of stealing on that pitch.
1-0.
And there's a strike. Good heater at 98.
1-1.
Fought off foul.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
There goes the runner. Called strike 3. And that's a stolen base, not even close. And the go-ahead run is now in scoring position. Dominguez swings through that one as he comes to the plate for the second time today. This one in the dirt. Man at second. Runner takes off. Got him swinging. Throw to third. Out. And that will end the inning. And we're back. Ready to go. Bottom 4. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Ozzie Smith. And that one fouled off.
Well, these guys definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. The numbers tell us they're swinging at the first pitch more than 90% of the time, and that's an extremely high number, especially when you're not getting results, Boog.
And that one upstairs, ball 1. That one inside, and that's ball 2. Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. Gets to it onto first. In time to get him. One away in the strikeout.
Now batting.
And here's the catcher, Mike Piazza. He struck out swinging in his first at bat. And there's a ball.
That's
a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
On the ground, right side, Clement. Throws to first. Piazza out in the play. David Ortiz will hit next. Grounded out back to the pitcher his first time. Foul ball. Outside low, and the count is 1-1. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. On the ground, right side. Tosses to first, and he has thrown 4 shutout innings. Ready now for the 5th inning. And the batter now, Eric Davis.
Nova Scotia, the right fielder, Eric Davis.
Buehler back to work. Got him to chase one above the zone there.
Well, these players, from what we've seen, I think it's fair to wonder if they've been too patient at the plate. Sometimes it's a good thing, but today they're continuing to fall behind in the count, and that's adding a ton of pressure to their offense.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Here's the catcher, Ted Simmons. Worked a walk at his first trip to the plate. Slapped foul.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low, throwing the ball very well right now.
Not even close there, and it's 1-1. Swings through that one for strike 2.
1-2.
That missed by a lot. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. And there's 2 gone following the strikeout. And now the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong.
Just not a good pitch to swing at. One reason he's an everyday player is he usually lays off of that junk.
And the first offering is not close. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1.
1-1.
Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Left-hand batter waits. Struck him out looking. And he strikes out the side for the 3rd time today. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Now here is Brian Dozier. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
You know, this group of hitters just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. Just 1 base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They have guys in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
Hit on the ground to the right side. Here's the tag, and he's out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Ibanez.
The batter now as he swings and misses for strike 1. Strike 2.
Quickly in an 0-2 hole. You're going to have to give something up here in terms of power if you want to put the ball in play with any authority.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And now it's switch hitting third baseman Jose Ramirez. 0 for 1 so far. Swings through that one.
0 balls, 1 strike.
Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. And that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Up with it, fires to first. That completes the strikeout, inning over. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Now it's the second baseman, Ernie Clement. First pitch misses.
1-0.
Next offering is fouled back.
That's a ball.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. And the count's full.
Got a full count.
That one down the line, and that's just foul. And a payoff pitch. It's a leadoff walk, and that's the go-ahead run. Go-ahead run on base. Digging in. Pitching change here, Gregory Soto.
Gregory Soto.
And that misses. And that's ball 1.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
That's in there.
Well, don't expect too many more high fastballs. This is a good sinker ball pitcher, and
chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3. Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Mlb De La Cruz. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
I'll tell you what,
0-1.
he's embarrassed right now.
Runner on the goal. Swing and a miss.
You got to be careful.
Throw, safe. Piazza too late with that one. With the go-ahead run standing at second, and we're in the top half of the sixth. Next offering upstairs. On the ground, out to short. The tag at third, and he's out. Ozzie Smith getting ready to hit. Ellie on his way to second. Pitch
Outside,
misses.
ball.
Save. De La Cruz gets his first steal of the game. Pickoff move to second, and he's back in safely. De La Cruz stands at second with 2 gone. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1 and 2. The count.
Pitch misses there, and a count now even up.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Piazza fires the first.
He's up.
In time. So the drop third strike doesn't hurt him, and that's that. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the first baseman, Rafael Palmeiro.
Rafael Palmeiro.
Foul ball there. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
No balls, 2 strikes.
And a breaking
1-2.
ball misses outside. Got him swinging. And now, Jose Bautista.
Number 19.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Swing and a miss. And that's strike 1.
Good pitch to hit
No ball,
on a
1
tee
strike.
up in the zone. I think he was looking for something else right there.
And that one is lifted in the air. Davis hustling after it. Corrals it. 2 down. Back to the top of the
Now
lineup.
batting,
Here's the center fielder, Brandon Nimmo. 0 for 2 in this one. First pitch swinging.
Oh, he's looking great so far. It
0-1.
helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Swing and a miss. Missed that by a mile.
0-2.
And that's strike 2. And that one hit to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So digging in,
Leading off
Carlos
for the
Delgado.
Sea Dogs, the first
He's a
baseman,
big, strong
Carlos
guy. Can untie this game
Delgado.
with 1 swing.
Swing and a miss as he was out front
0-1.
that time. Soto, 30 years old now, and he was born in the Dominican
No ball,
Republic.
2 strikes.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. He goes down looking. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Jason Dominguez.
3-pitch
Dominguez.
strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
That one almost
Wow.
got him.
That's a ball.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
2-1's the count.
Fouled off. He was late. That one the other way. Dozier in plenty of
That's
time
enough.
to first, and 2 away to start the 7th. Eric Davis,
The right
the
fielder,
next to
number
hit,
44,
who's 0 for 2 and a
Eric
pair of strikeouts.
Davis.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
0 balls, 1 strike.
And
That's
ball
a ball.
1. And 1 and 2. Two down, nobody on. Here in the top
ball,
half
two
of
strikes.
inning number 7. Got him looking. And good work. Ozzie Smith now at the plate. So you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays. And a foul ball.
And because of that big power arm, he's able to play a little bit deeper, make throws from the outfield grass all the way across the diamond, and still get a pretty good runner. That's impressive. Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Swing and a miss, struck him out. So he cracks double digits with his 10th strikeout. Now at the plate, Mike Piazza. Bounding ball here, rolls foul.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
Dominguez makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
That one is absolutely belted. That's got a chance. Up against the wall and brings it in. And now the switch hitting catcher, Ted Simmons. He is struck out, and he is walked. That clips the corner.
Ball.
And that one fouled off.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. High fly ball, right field. Bautista pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And there's one down. Pete Crow Armstrong. Left-hander out of the bullpen, Mark Davis. The offense will need to be ready for the breaking stuff. He's got a great curveball. Swing and a miss. That's strike 1.
0-1.
That one missing inside. That one missed.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Way out front for strike 2.
2-2's the count.
Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout. And the batter now, Ernie Clement. Just missed.
That's a ball.
Swing and a miss. All tied up,
One ball,
and we're at
one
the top
strike.
of the 8th. Swing and a base hit.
Just a really nice approach to shoot that line drive to the opposite field. There's a lot of hard work and discipline that goes into getting a result like that at the plate. Doesn't come naturally for most hitters.
And now the runner takes off. Pitches
1-1.
high. Throw to second. Out at second. That. And now Ryan Dozier. 1
Now
for 2.
Nick and Rice.
Late with the swing there.
Late in the game, everyone gets a little
0-1.
tighter. Way to get ahead on a really good hitter right there.
Swings and misses. And the count is
0-2.
0-2. On the ground to third. Slings it across. Leadoff man is out here in the eighth.
Now batting. Left
And
fielder,
now Raul Ibanez.
Ibanez.
Swing and a miss. 0-1.
If you're not ready for that
0-1.
pitch, you're just going to swing and miss or pop it up, waste the at-bat. If you're going to let it go, you better be ready to swing it.
And a swing and a miss there.
All right, now, he may have not liked
0-2.
either of those first two pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be...
Got him! Now 2 out.
Now batting, the third baseman.
Here's the third baseman, Jose Ramirez. Both the infield and the outfield shifted over to the right. Swing and a miss. There's the slider. 0-1.
0-1.
Swing and a miss at a slider.
Two pretty nasty
No balls,
sliders
2
to
strikes.
get this hitter in an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone.
Ah, that's strike 3. Now, Adrian Beltre. Davis back to work. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
0-1.
Misses the zone, and he gets him to chase.
0-2.
And a swing and a miss. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth. De La Cruz
1-0.
stands in here, takes ball 1 low. Check swing, he went too far, and it's a strike.
1-1.
And strike 2.
It might be time to choke up a
1-2
little bit,
count.
get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Tracks it down for the out. And there's 2 down. Now here is Ozzie
The
Smith.
batter, number 1. Designated hitter, Ozzie Smith.
Tap foul at the plate. 2 down. No. Opening on here at the top of the ninth.
Now pitching, Hobie Milner.
That one
1-1.
way inside.
Ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. That's a ball.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. So digging in,
Leading off
Rafael
for the
Palmeiro.
honor, the first baseman, Rafael Palmeiro. Now pitching, Josh Hader.
Slider right there.
0 balls, 1 strike.
Ground ball up the middle. De La Cruz throws to first in time. 1 out, bottom of the ninth. So up next, Jose Bautista. Base is empty, 1 away. We're in the last half of the ninth inning. Swing and a miss at a slider.
That slider breaking in can be a tricky
0-2.
pitch. If you don't finish it and have that bite at the end and it stays out
That's
over
a
the
ball.
plate, it can get hit a long way. But that was a good one right there.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Throw pulls him off the bag, and he's safe. And now the center. Fielder Brandon Nimmo. 0 for 3 in this one.
Number 44, Ellie De La Cruz.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Hader throw over, and he just got his hand in there. One down, winning run on first. Runner on the move, pitch misses. Throw, save!
Now just one swing away from potentially walking this thing off.
Next pitch is outside.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin.
Runner on the go again. Ball misses. Save. That's 2 stolen bases now for Ellie De La Show. And the winning run is now only 90 feet away. Bunts it, but he can't keep it fair. Looked like the safety squeeze there. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. And now the shortstop, Ozzie Smith. 3 strikeouts already. He's 0 for 3. Bunting, and it's right in front of the plate. And he dives in with the winning run, and they walk it off for the win.
Well, you come into the 9th inning, it's a tied ball game. No one really wants to play extra, so everyone's looking at how we can get this game over with in regulation. Well, they got the run they needed, put one up, and they put one in the win column.
The final 1-0. And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. MLB The Show brings you Diamond Dynasty Baseball. It's Florida going up against Florida. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about set to go. And on the hill, Noah Schultz.
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Late swing, foul to the left. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. So digging in, Ozzie Smith. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That one's carrying. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent base.
Mike Piazza will hit next. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
0-1's the count.
I want to start that load a little bit sooner because of the good velo.
Two outs. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Back here in Denver, getting the nod on the mound, Pedro Martinez. How about a scouting report on him?
Power pitcher. He's going to speed you up with the fastball velocity, and out of his hand will explode the breaking ball. Very difficult for hitters to keep that front side closed and hit the ball the other way because they know if they're not ready to pull the trigger, the fastball will beat them.
Pete Crow Armstrong leading things off and takes a strike. And that is cut on and missed. And it's 0-2.
0-2 is the count.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Piazza fires to first. Gets him. 1 away on a drop third strike.
Well, maybe approaching this at bat with a bit too much determination. Sometimes you just got to let the game come to you.
Bautista on his way over. They got it for out number 2. And now it's going to be Ellie De La Cruz.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Ball 1 there. 2 outs, base is empty. The shortstop takes the ball. That misses. 3 balls and a strike.
3 balls, 1 strike.
That one ripped, but foul. The right-hander gives up the 2-out walk.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Line drive. And makes the grab. And that is that. Back here at Coors Field, second inning set to go. And now the DH, David Ortiz. Ripped to short, snagged on a bounce. Over to first. It's there, and that's a great play. So up next, Brian Dozier. And a big swing and a miss.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
That one hammered center field. That's back there. Adios, pelota. He hammers one out to center. And they jump ahead in the second. It's 1-0.
That's as big as it gets right there. You take advantage of a mistake. That is an ultimate. Here it is. Watch it. I'm going to jog around the bases.
Bases empty, one away. And now Raul Ibanez. And a big swing and a
0-1's
miss.
the count. Ball one.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Next
2-2
pitch,
the count.
not close, up high. Swings and misses, struck him out. 2 down, bases empty. Now it's Jose Ramirez. And a foul ball. 2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across here at the top of the second. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. Reynolds makes the catch, and that'll do it. And we're back. We head to the bottom of the second. Now it's the DH, Aaron Judge. And he swings over the top there.
Well, that's that slurve right there. He threw it extremely well. You talk about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time. And that's in the dirt.
2 strikes.
Judge rips that one. And that's a base hit. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's got a leadoff double.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask.
Ketel Marte at the plate and takes high there. Up the middle. Base hit. Here comes the Judge around third. The throw in. Safe. It's 1-1.
Gets it done to drive in the run and tie it back up. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
That one not close. 1 ball, 1 strike. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Good eye right there.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That one misses. Full count, 3-2. Got him swinging. Pulled the string on the changeup. 1 down. Here comes Cody Bellinger. And there's a foul ball. Siggy, this is a guy that grew up in big league clubhouses, and it's something that you see throughout the game. Sons whose fathers also played the majors. And there are 2 down. And Gary Sanchez at the plate. Here's something to watch, Singy. He's got the best OPS on the team. He can hurt you. Swings through that one out in front that time. Squirts away a little bit.
0-2 is the count.
Marte leads off first with 2 down to the inning.
Ball 1.
Squirts away a little bit.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout. And welcome back to the ballpark. And here's the first baseman, Rafael Palmeiro. To the right side, Marte fires over to first. Leadoff hitter gone in the third. Jose Bautista, the next to hit. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
0-1's the count.
That one fouled off. Gets to it, on to first, in time for the second out. Good job to clean it up after the drop third strike.
Number 9.
So the batting order turns over. Here's Brandon Nimmo. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
0-1.
Ground ball right side. Sends it to first. That's the third out. Back here in Denver, and here is Pete Crow Armstrong.
Armstrong.
Martinez back to work.
Pedro's one of the most dominant pitchers in the history of the game, Boog, and he's known for his excellent command of the baseball and a variety of pitches that always seems to confuse lineups.
1-1.
The pitch. A little out front there as he swings through it.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
The other way. Diving, makes the grab.
That's just a great effort right there. Beautiful job of tracking that ball down. It was sinking so quickly. So it's kind of a tough call. Do I lay out? Do I play it on the bounce? He made the right decision, and he gets the out. Excellent job.
Henderson, the next to hit, takes ball 1.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
Swing and a miss.
And
it's 1-1. That's inside.
That's inside.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
2 balls.
Tied up here in the early going. And that skips in the dirt.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Got him. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. Ellie De La Cruz now at the plate. He reached out a walk his first time. Swing and a miss, and 1-0-2 on the radar gun. And that one almost hit him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
There's the strike.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Next one in the dirt. Strikes him out with 1-0-2. Back here at Coors Field. Start of the 4th. Now the number 2 hitter, Ozzie Smith. Swinging a foul straight back.
Well, these guys, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. The numbers tell us they're swinging at the first pitch more than 90% of the time. And that's an extremely high number, especially when you're not getting results, Boog.
Piazza now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
So hard to touch. Being at the top of the zone, 99, 98, even 97. As pitchers do such a good job of teasing that part of the zone, just elevating a little bit. It looks good because you see it for a good while as a hitter. Looks juicy, and by the time you swing, it's almost in the catcher's mitt.
There's a swing and a drive. Reynolds makes the grab, and that's the inning. Bottom of the 4th, and now here is Ronald Acuna Jr.
Acuna Jr.
Well, these players doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of him. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
That one misses, and that's ball 2.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Here's a rocket out to left. Ibanez hauls it in for the out. And there's one
now
away.
Batting, the
Aaron Judge at the plate.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
One down, base is empty. Swing and a ground ball. Judge out on the play. Ketel Marte up to the plate. RBI single his last time up.
Ketel Marte.
And first offering is fouled off. Way out front for strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Hard on the ground to first. He steps on the bag, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. And we're back. We go to the top of the 5th. Here's the second baseman, Ryan Dozier. Ripped right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they grab the lead. It's 2-1.
Really great job of anticipation there. He knows he throws the sinker. That one down in the zone. You're trying to beat it to the spot it's getting to. Well, he won.
Now it's going to be Raul Ibanez on the ground. Fires over to Bellinger. 1 away. That ground ball may have him back on track after the homer. Here's Jose Ramirez.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
And there's the ball.
That's a ball.
Good location, good take. Sometimes you want the hitter to prove he can lay off that pitch.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air left field. Pretty well struck. Crow Armstrong snags it, and there's 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. Rafael Palmeiro digs in now. Grounded out his first time up. Lined into right. And Acuna able to make the grab. And that is that. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the inning, Ryan Reynolds here. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt.
0-1.
On the ground to first. Down the line, and it's foul. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Very high with that one. Now 1-2. And that's in the dirt.
2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. Here comes Cody Bellinger. Swings through that one. 0-1. He's got an MVP and a Rookie of the Year under his belt. And a guy who's played every day as a first baseman, every day as a right fielder, every day as a center fielder. Check swing, no appeal. 1 out, base is empty. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. And here comes the power hitting catcher, Gary Sanchez. Late on that fastball.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he's attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Piazza fires to first, and it's in time for the 3rd out, so that'll end the inning. Top 6. Now it's the right fielder, Jose Bautista. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
And this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Off the mark there. And it's a ball and a strike. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Well, he went inside a couple of times, and now outside. Hitter's not exactly sure where to look for this next pitch.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. So the lineup flips over. Here's the center fielder, Brandon Nimmo. And first offering is fouled off. Liner caught at second. 2 down, base is empty. Ozzie Smith getting ready to hit. 0 for 2 in this one. Swung on, belted. That's back. Adios, pelota. A soaring shot to center. And they tack one on the board. It's 3-1.